August of 1995, George received a new liver.
He reminded me that this was a time to keep the family who was in mourning because they had lost a loved one, and he was more concerned about praying for them than himself receiving the organ. This is George.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. And the wisdom to know the difference.
Metro Girl has a new lease on life thanks to surgery at the hospital for sick children. Tracy Hooper was given the liver of a 9-year-old accident victim in a 4-hour operation. Hooper is in critical but stable condition, normal after such an operation. Her condition will be monitored for 72 hours to see if there's any sign of organ rejection. Rick Manson's World Motion Tour is over and what a success. Months raising over $14 million to fight heart disease. To his cause and wants to remind us that even though his journey is over, the battle against heart disease must continue. Tom and Harriet Banks are the lucky winners of this past weekend Super Lottery draw. The pair came forward to claim their $1,100 prize.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you hurt? Lonely? Afraid? Sick of feeling like a nobody? Of being disgusted with yourself and your life? Are you ready to admit that you're an addict? What are you telling yourself right now anyway? I know I take drugs, but I'm not an addict. You know, I've got real problems. Or maybe I'm just having a little bit of trouble getting it together right now. Or I'll be able to stop when I find the right person or get a good job. Sure, you tell yourself, I can handle it. Well, maybe you could in the beginning. You know it's not true anymore. The drug handles you. You live to use, and you use to live. Now ask yourself, am I an addict? That's a question only you can answer. The drugs stopped doing what you needed them to do. You lost your pride, your loved ones, your family, maybe even your will to live. Hey, I know, I'm an addict. I was there. I joined a 12-step program. Getting clean is hard. There are so many things, so many people that can get in the way. You need support, compassion, understanding. You know, you're not alone in this. In the program, everybody's been where you are right now. We know what it feels like. You know, we're not going to make your problems go away, but maybe we can give you the strength to help you deal with them. You don't have to live that way any longer. When you feel ready to do something about your problem, remember, the help you need is waiting for you here in the rooms. Give yourself a break. Make a decision. All you have to do is take that first step.
Snow can wait, I forgot my mittens. Wipe my nose, get my new boots on. Get a little warm in my heart when I think of winter. I put my hand in my father's glove. I run off where the drifts get deeper. Sleeping Beauty, it trips me with a frown. I hear a voice, you must learn to stand up for yourself, 'cause I can't always be around. He says, when you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. Well, there's a bridge and there's a river that I still must cross as I'm going on my journey. Though I might be lost, and there's a road I have to follow, a place I have to go. Well, no one told me just how to get there, but when I get there I know, 'cause I'm taking it step by step, bit by bit, stone by stone, yeah, brick by brick, oh yeah, step by step, day by day.
Hi, my name is Ricky, and I'm a recovering addict. This key tag is for the newcomer, which is the most important person at any meeting, because we can only keep what we have by giving it away. So if there's anybody here who would like to give up the high cost of low living and would like to surrender to our program, please come up and pick up this key tag.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean.
When we got ready to make our first step, I was looking to see if I can see Ottawa from where I was standing, and I couldn't see it. And then I started thinking, Ottawa's a long way. So the frame of mind that we both got into was, well, you know what? We're gonna do it step by step.
I'm just over here seeing my buddies off. Wish them all the luck in the world. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. Ricky, hello. That's right. That's what I'm here for. There's Marco, the driver. There's George, anxious and ready to go. What? Okay. What now? We're at, what's the address here, please? There we are. So we're on Steeles. That's the Scarborough Pickering town line. This is a momentous occasion. They're at the... Hey guys, good luck.
We were on Highway 7, and we were approaching Memora. And I think it was about 6 o'clock that evening, or 7 o'clock that evening. We were starting to mention about how fruitless this was, and we were starting to question our sanity. And it was starting to get dark. And we seen this man up ahead, and he seemed to be waving us down. Come to my place, because we have a nice warm bed for you, and we have a hot meal, and a lot of messages. And I looked at Sam, and we were trying to wonder who this guy was. We were eating and, we were talking about our adventure thus far, right? And we told them that we were just about to give up, right? And she gave me some phone numbers and stuff and names. Another was a radio station, another was a television station. We were supposed to phone all these people in the morning. It almost feels like a miracle that this is happening. And she looked at me and she said, well, don't you guys know where you are? And she said, this is where the 5 sightings of the Virgin Mary were made. And then she gave us newspaper clippings and all kinds of other stuff about these events that happened. And
well, these 2 men chose the slowest. They are walking from Toronto to Ottawa. Marcello received a liver transplant in 1995.
Before the break. Took almost 2 weeks, but 2 Toronto men have finished the long walk from Toronto to Ottawa. George Marcello and Sam Vinci walked onto Parliament Hill this afternoon. They covered more than 400 kilometers.
You're coming home, and then I said, Ma, you know where I'm at? And I told her where I was at, and she knew the place right away. And all of a sudden her whole thing changed, and she thought that the Virgin Mary was guiding me now. She thought that Virgin Mary was going to guide me right to Ottawa, and that and everything was okay. She was so strong. She said, my son's going to make it. Everybody else that was worried, she made them feel that everything was going to be okay. Like she took charge that way. What it just did for us and for the cause that we were doing, but also to my mom. Like it just, and she got the heart attack in October, so that was just a couple of months afterwards. How old was she when she got 69. So the mission that I was on was, of course, it became like almost like a dual role, like I was doing it in memory of my mom, but also I was thanking the family that made that decision.
George realized that much more had to be done. This time, George will walk across Ontario.
We have, like so many other organizations funded by government, just had a funding cut, one more funding cut. And George is going to be raising awareness, I think, very significantly.
Now, George Marcello is a liver transplant recipient. He is going to be, starting June 26th, launching at High Park. You're going to walk 2,000 kilometers across Ontario just to show people like you and I, Sal, and like our viewers, that transplants do work. And George, you're living proof that transplants do work. You're going to walk 2,000 kilometers. It's going to take you 3 months. Auguri.
Thank you, thank you. And you've been a lot of help in this. I have to point that out right at the beginning.
You're doing all the work, George.
Well, I'm doing some of the work. We've gotten a lot of
2,000 kilometers is a lot of work, George.
Yeah, it is. But I've been training at the Columbus Center. They've been...
Well, thank you, John. It's a pleasure to be with you today and to help get step by step moving along, gradually, incrementally, one inch at a time. It's going to be a walk. Hopefully it's going to be a great walk. It's going to get a lot of awareness, generate a lot of awareness for the importance of supporting people who are waiting for organ transplants.
The Salvation Army are looking at providing facilities for George and prayer support along the way as the walk progresses of the province. And next year as we go to a Canada-wide walk. By the way, these are some very novel ideas, very different ideas. To the very best of my knowledge, none of this type of thing has ever been attempted before as a means of raising the awareness and understanding and knowledge about organ transplants. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to take a very different approach, a very creative approach, and an approach that we think will pay some very large dividends in accomplishing our goals.
You, Dave. Thanks. Oh man, what am I gonna do with this cherry pie, man?
If you can find some plastic just to wrap it up, because I want half of it. You understand?
Now?
Not now. When I get to when we meet up again.
I can't promise you that there'll be any left.
Try your fucking hardest. I'm on the trail.
All right, see you later. That was great, let me tell you. People coming up to us giving us pies and apple juice, people honking their horns. There's been people that have come out of their cars and given us money. There's been people just telling us that what we're doing is fantastic and it's a great cause. And you know what, that's what keeps us going here. That's what drives.
George Marcello is now taking life one day at a time and step by step. He's hoping to do a cross Ontario tour, raising awareness for organ donation. He started June 26 in Toronto, headed down Highway 2, all the way down to Highway 29 and up to Smiths Falls, Perth, and up to Ottawa. Then he's going to be traveling Highway 17 all the way to North Bay, and then Sudbury, heading back down all the way down to Windsor, and then back to Toronto, a total of 2,000 kilometers.
I'm hoping to get Canadians to really watch this and see what's going on, leave them with a good feeling about transplants, have them talk about it in their homes, have them talk about it in the schools, have them talk about it at work. Right now, Canada is second from the bottom in the Western world as far as organ donations go. Many people are dying because of this.
4940. You can also donate.
The lady that was here, her name is Diane Craig. 3 weeks ago, her daughter died in a car accident. And Diane donated her daughter's organs. There's 6 people that are living today because of that. And the whole Ottawa went crazy over the story. Every newspaper, every day, everybody, she's in the story here in Ottawa.
When did she lose her daughter, George?
I don't know the exact date. It was a while ago, yeah.
It was a while ago?
Yeah. Recently.
Wow.
So what we did at the press conference is I'm walking to say thank you to the donor family. I'm walking into Ottawa into this what just happened. So we contacted each other. We talked on the phone. We said we could meet. We met at the press conference at YMCA, which you'll see on the news tonight. And I hugged her and I gave her flowers. It's a hell of a story. And we're going to get the Prime Minister involved in this, Alan Rock.
That's what it's all about.
This is what it's all about. This is what's going to, the country's going to listen to or appeal to. It's these kind of real stories, real things. You know what I mean? So, let's go get some other things done. Go to the Greyhound. Let's go. I lost my sunglasses. Just away, waiting for transplant. And her grandmother tracked me down. She heard what I was doing somewhere out as I was going through Belleville or somewhere, and she was trying to follow me to catch up to me, and she finally contacted me in Kingston, and she just wanted to express what I was doing. She thought it was wonderful because she lost her grandchild waiting for organs. So it was a very touching story. It was, I tell you, this whole trip has been like a heartache and and happiness. There's been so many emotions going through. This is part of the release that she had when they were desperately trying to find organs. And that was a real touching story. Yeah, I'm over here. Somebody asked me. Oh, hi, Susan.
We're trying to help this little girl here who needs a bone marrow transplant. And we've been working really hard.
I just want you to know one thing, Joe.
Yes.
You're a work of art. That's
Am
the
I?
way I could put it.
Why is that?
George is really a work of art. But you're a work of art in the making, buddy.
Why is that, Sammy?
Because what you're doing is incredible.
Yeah.
You know, like if I was in a different situation, I would have done this with George.
Absolutely.
But I can't, and I'm up here and I'm doing whatever I can. I'm pushing as hard as I can. We're doing really well. We're getting a lot of people aware of what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And you know something? This is a good cause, and we're doing it, right? So we're beautiful North Bay. Just finished raining about 10 minutes ago. I'll give you another
update?
Weather update in about another half hour. Bye.
Well, Sam, you know what, buddy? You were in the plans in the beginning of this thing, and without you, man, it wouldn't have happened. So don't you worry
I do
about
what
it.
I can.
And you do a lot. So don't minimize what you're doing out here, because you're doing a lot, Sammy.
I'm doing what I believe in.
You got it.
Organized and prepared all this, and this is actually how we are getting the message across to each community by having organizations such as the YMCA's taking active roles, and as their mission states, they are getting to the heart of the community. I want to tell you a little bit about my story so far. It's been so far a long and emotional journey. I'm halfway through. I have
1,000 kilometers.
994 kilometers so far, so that makes me pretty well halfway done, and I have another 1,000 kilometers to go. So far the journey has been very emotional. We have gone from community to community in Ontario, and we've managed to reach thousands of people. It is true that most Canadians are unaware of all the facts about organ and tissue donations, where they stand in Canada. And the most prevalent fact is that a lot of Canadians don't know that we're the lowest organ donating country. So as we're going from community to community, we're doing our best efforts to try and reach each community through the help of radio stations, newspapers, televisions. As a collective force, as Canadians are seeing this, it makes it a little bit more easier and comfortable for them to make that decision to possibly be a lifesaver. So we're hoping to keep continuing this and encourage people to change their attitudes and learn more about organ and tissue donations. And I have to tell you about the emotional part. I just came back from North Bay yesterday. We were there for about 3-4 days, and I met a family that has their 7-year-old loved one is in the hospital right now. Her name is Julie Kuroda. She's got sick kids, and she doesn't have much time to live unless she gets a match for her bone marrow. And I have to tell you something, that while I was there, I got so personally involved with this family, and it just, my heart is just, I won't stop at anything to try and help this little girl now. So I'm going to be using all my resources, everything along the rest of my journey to give this girl the best fighting chance that she has at life. And I've asked one of the family members, Yvonne, to come up here and say a few words on that. And also, while I was in North Bay, we were trying to get as many signatures on a petition to help bring a bone marrow program to North Bay, so people don't have to literally move to Toronto to accommodate the whole procedure. I think it's time that North Bay or the northern region has a bone marrow program, so that we can accommodate the families and whoever needs it. So on that note, I want to ask Yvonne to come up here to say a few words on behalf of the Kuroda family.
Hi, I'm Julie's aunt. I know that our niece is in Sick Kids Hospital right now. She's fighting for her life. She's keeping her spirits up. She's a very strong, bright, intelligent little girl. I don't think she's accepted yet that she's going to die soon if we don't find her a match. North Bay has really come out and responded for us, but we're hoping that we can get more people to do so, because statistics tell us that there's 1 in 700,000 people that could be a match for our niece. So we're really hoping that we find that match soon, because this little girl has a bright future ahead of her. And also right now there's 200 children in Canada alone that need bone marrow transplants right now. That's all I can say.
Do you know how far you are from Sault Ste. Marie?
Yeah, about 200 kilometers.
About 200? So what's that in time?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Going 100 kilometers an hour.
So right now it's 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1:05.
What do you think, 3:30?
I gotta get out this guy. He's going way too slow. As soon as I get a chance.
What's your thoughts on this press conference?
One coming up?
Yeah.
same, George. Get the message out, let people know what you're doing, where you come from, how important it is.
So now, when you're saying they're all the same,
except for the last one. The last one was really emotional because of the little girl. That was touching.
Okay, Joe. Now you're saying they're all the same.
Yeah.
To a guy that hasn't been on this trip, he wouldn't understand what you're saying. Like they're all the same. Like what it sounds like you're becoming a seasoned pro at this.
Yeah, that's what's happening. But it's like you get a little excitement. You hope that the messages that we give are, profound, so that people understand. And there's a lot of reporters that are nonchalant about it. It's like just their job. They're not emotional like we are. And sometimes we get those people that really come right in and try to help us, right?
Can you pick up when somebody feels emotional?
Yeah, for sure. And I'll tell you how. Because they're right into it. They're interested, and the questions they ask pertain to, the feeling of themselves. Because you can see it in their eyes that, the human aspect comes out of them. Not only the, I got a job to do and I got to do it. That's why I'm here. They kind of like get involved. They get sucked into what we're doing. And then when we read the stories after, it's, they're like interpretive through what they're feeling about the issue.
Okay, tell me something.
Yeah.
This has been a fucking emotional. Give me, a guy that's recovering now. He's in his 5th month of recovery, and he's you're at a point in your fucking life where you had to you're trying to make a few vital decisions. Now, all of a sudden, you're on this fucking phenomenal trip that you don't know where to begin to fucking describe it, right? How the fuck do you convey your feelings about what's going on, your expressions about this, like how do you do it? Like, how the fuck, you've been managing to write a diary, which, by the way, lately you haven't touched.
It's all in memory, George. What could I say, buddy? I cry, I scream, I pray a whole lot. It's hard. It's a hard thing, but I gotta say that a few times a good drunk would have helped me out. That's fucking stress beyond belief out here. Watching you walk, watching you almost get killed. But emotionally, you know what? Somehow I'm stable at that. I fucking can't tell you. Tears come to my eyes, George.
Are you getting amazed at some of the qualities about yourself that you've been able to show? Like, because mostly you've been a quitter, Joe. When things got fucking to this point, and other times in your life,
it's beyond me, George. Let me tell you. Yeah, you're right, man. I've been a quitter in a lot of things. Just ask Rebecca, man. But there's nowhere to go here. I got a mission to do. It's not like I chose to do it. It was there. I didn't even think about it when you asked me. I just acted out. I acted. Here I am. And, I hate it sometimes. Fuck. I don't want to be here. There's times that I am fucking in glory that I'm here, man. Because of some of the things and some of the people that we meet. And knowing that, yeah, you're right, man. I'm not all that bad. I do have some qualities, man. Sometimes they're not refined. and I don't know how to use them completely. But fuck, man, this is so hard to explain. You know, it's a big journey, George, and sometimes you pull me right out of shit, and you refocus me on what we're trying to do. Save lives, let Canadians know where we stand, where we're going, man, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Okay, you know.
And who the fuck knows what's gonna unfold, eh?
George.
It's gotta be a good thing, though.
George.
Yeah.
Unfolding? I don't know anybody else in my life that would do this. Nobody. I don't know anybody else except for Terry Fox and a couple other schmoes that tried to do this and couldn't even accomplish it.
Yeah, this is a sacrifice.
Yeah, buddy, let me tell you, the integrity and honesty, man, and begging. Holy begging. We gotta beg our way through this whole trip.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I feel so fucking shit inside because I see the toll that it takes on you. And we have to convince ourselves that we have to do this. It's necessary to continue this. Why? Because we have no major sponsors, you know. We're just picking up a few people, Canadian Tire MP. And then we got a whole board back at fucking Toronto that's sitting on their hands waiting for us to generate these millions of dollars. And that's not what it's about for me, man. It's like I said, it's from my heart. I got a little girl at home that's 8 months old, man. Sabrina, I fucking miss her to death, man. You know what I mean? And these guys are sitting at home with all the convenience of fucking life, and we're out here. And you know what? Sometimes we don't even get phone calls. They don't give a fuck. It's the money. But it's, like I said, the essence of the awareness, George. We've been 100,000,000% effective. And this little girl thing, you know what, man? I don't want it to lose focus on what we're doing, but let me tell you, man, yeah, it's in the heart. Someone's got to do it, and who wants to do it better than you?
I couldn't go against my heart, Joe. I'd be fucking, I'd be going against, you know, she needs us right now. We're the ones that can do it for her, besides her family. You know, we're the ones that can do it, Joe. You know, we're trying to save a lot of lives, but this one in question is one
that... I just hope that this little girl doesn't pass away, because it's gonna take a fucking toll on us.
I know. I fucking...
You know,
I pray every fucking night. You know, geez, I look at my niece. I think that's where it's really, where it got me. You know, I look at my niece and
you know, first it was a highlight. We met that little girl in Kingston, 2 years old, Sarah Marshall. Sorry.
Yeah, the multiple organ.
To me, you know what? That was a high. You know, I didn't even understand what was going on here. Like, it was like, okay, I'm here doing this, and fuck. What else was I gonna be doing? Man, but getting involved more and more and more, it's just fucking overwhelming, man. Then this little girl, you know, in Kingston, I tried as hard as I could. Sam worked really good, man. He brought a lot of people, and I fucking asked him to sign that.
Sam, which?
Sam Finch.
Oh.
Sam did okay, man. He worked.
Yeah, he worked hard over there. He's been working hard.
You know, I mean, fuck, with 2 kids that he has.
Yeah, he's. You know what? It's just it's so intensive, this thing, right? And it gets really, you know, it gets intensive. It's, you know, I think he knows how intensive it is now.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but he was fucking plugging out there like beautiful.
This
bam, bam, boom. He was bringing them all to you, eh, Joe?
Yeah, and you know what, man? It's not easy to approach people out here.
Yeah.
They don't know who you are, what you're doing.
I know.
You know, it's not that.
Especially with that voice. He didn't scare one guy.
Hi, my name's Sam Vinci. Listen, would you like to sign a petition?
How the fuck did he do that without scaring one person?
He scared a few of them off. And around the
not too
church,
many.
too. Ooh, he was throwing heavy body language.
Yeah. Ooh. He's got that move, eh?
He's got them. Hey. What the fuck? What can we do? You know what I mean?
What can you fucking do?
Bacala, like you, I've never met before in my life. And I never will again. Some juice. So, you know, just tell me a little bit about your groundhog festivities here.
Okay, this is about 43 years since Martin Willie's forecasting started for the 2nd of February. And it's got larger and larger. Of course, now with the internet, it's worldwide, and with.
And there he is. There's the monument to Willie. It's a 5-ton marble statue. If only men would honor their other human beings who have died and donated their organs to save others. And we don't have any monuments like that, but we do have monuments of a big rodent who predicts spring, and we even have festivals around them. What's humanity coming to?
Shall I go or shall I stay? 107 light years away. Many times.
That first step out of Wyerton, the first time I was walking west. Bring this back. You know how I noticed that? I'm so zoomed in on walking east, walking north, that this is my first taste of going west. And I can feel it. I didn't even have to know. You know what I mean? Like I think I've become like an Indian. You agree with that, Joe?
Absolutely. You're going home now, bro.
You know what? We're not home. We're not going home.
We're headed home.
We're walking in. We're circling this huge province.
You understand? We're east on this province, we're north on this province, we're west on this province, and we'll be going south on this province.
And then back east on this province.
Okay, anyways, Joe, please bring this back in. Here I found it. It's a good omen.
It's a fort. Found on road dead, Chuck. How's it going out there, bro?
You know what?
What?
It feels different.
What is it feeling?
We're going downhill.
Yeah, it's no more up climbing?
No, just everything's going down.
What's some of... What kind of thoughts are you having out there, man? What's going through your mind?
Having thoughts of
Apple dumpling. You didn't get one, man.
I know, it's your fault. I told you to order it.
Why do you always blame me for everything, man?
Because you said you were going to give me one.
Yeah, no, I didn't. You're the one who said that. I'm going to pick one up tomorrow. I'm going to pick one up in the morning. I'm going to pick one up in the morning.
Joe, will you get it for me in the morning? You said, yeah.
I can't believe the way you twist things around. It's unbelievable, man.
You're the...
How's your feet?
My feet are okay.
Yeah? I didn't pick up any ice, man. I gotta pick up some ice at the next gas station.
Pass me my phone, please.
Your phone?
Yeah, it's in the glove compartment.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Unless you took it out because you're making fucking calls again.
I'm not making no fucking calls, man. Who am I gonna call?
Use the card, though, when you're making calls.
Who am I gonna call? The only person I call is Becky, man. Stop you.
Is it working?
I don't know, I haven't turned it on there, Chuck. You're assuming, and that makes an asshole out of me and you.
Because it was in the glove compartment.
Yeah, well, I took it out because I wanted to know where it was, so when you did ask me, it was ready for you.
This guy's the best. Well, not the best bullshitter, but he's trying to be the best.
I'm serious. I was looking for the tape and I saw it in the glove compartment, so I took it out. So that we wouldn't argue about where's the phone, where's the phone.
I don't think it works because there's a paper on the front seat there with 2 names on it. Can you please pass it? Right beside you, Mr. Joe.
In and out of love. In and out of love. There you get the key. These two. Do we have any water left? Tell me, baby, keep the faith, George. I throw this one in the movie. Hey, see a couple of people honking their horns? What does that mean?
Either get the fuck out of the way or hey, cool, guys.
Cool, man. How far are we from thing? 15 kilometers, you said? From Owen Sound? You're gonna make some of your pasta fagioli. I miss it. That means you're gonna have to recook a whole batch of sauce, and we don't got sauce. We don't got that much, do you? How much do we got left? Huh?
We got 1 jar left, and until I get to Woodbridge, that's the first. Today's the 8th.
You're gonna ask your brother to bring you some tomatoes. Sam, whatever you do, don't forget to bring a tomato paste. Right? Yeah.
Oh, I know it.
What do you gotta do?
You know what? I've been trying to figure out this scheme with the homecoming. And September 29th. You're gonna get a hold of Janet Emmett, that's the PR for the Ontario YMCA. I sent out an invitation to all the CEOs of Ontario, the YMCA, all the guys that we met along the way, all the coordinators, all the, you know what I mean? You understand?
Yeah, and what are you gonna do? Have them come down?
Down to Toronto for the final home. Can you imagine having them all there in one place? The journey that each one has a different...
What, at the end?
Yeah, right at the end.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, but where are you gonna meet all these people?
That's what I mean. Where's the ideal spot?
City Hall would be the ideal spot.
No, that doesn't touch me right.
That doesn't touch you right?
That lady, eh? What you guys do to my love?
Was that or go through a motel room?
I thought she was saying that she was telling us to do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I heard you already turning by the time she said it, I said, oh, sorry, man.
And what kind of expression did she have on her face?
She wanted to...
Some damage?
She wanted... Who are these guys? Wait till she reads about us on paper.
Yeah, that's good. Double your life. Double. Bye-bye. Come and get your coffee, George. Just don't get killed doing it.
It's off course there, buddy.
Hey, I'm only human, man.
So, am I jumping on you?
Yeah, you already did your jumping. That's why you're...
Talking about it. I was really nice.
You were really nice. Well, I'm glad that one of us is thinking today.
Here, get the battery and I'm going to make an urgent call. Please?
I think I read it.
Why didn't you bring the electric book? Yeah? Clapping, eh? Bless their hearts.
In his Cross Ontario trek. Farmer.
Welcome to Owen Sound.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here, George.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Go for a swim, sit in the whirlpool.
And Matthew can be a dork around his little girl.
It
doesn't matter if the girl's a teenager, it's a little girl, it doesn't matter. He's always a dork about girls.
Girls got him excited, just like Uncle Joe there.
Uncle Chucky. That's what we should call him. Uncle Chucky. Whenever we see him, that's what we're going to say. Uncle Chucky. Uncle Chucky.
Tell me what I do. What do I do at night? I scream at night.
You scream like a wimp.
Like a wimp?
Yeah.
What do you mean like a wimp? How does it sound? It's because I'm fighting my demons at night, bro. I don't know. Do I ever talk to myself?
Why Paul wrote so much of the New Testament.
Fuck you, it's like you're getting chased by something.
Yeah?
Yeah. You must about 12 times already. There's a different guy chasing you all the time. Or something different.
I don't know. I remember one time I was having this dream and I woke up and there was these two guys in black robes. And they climbed up the bed and grabbed me, man. I was really terrifying because I had my eyes open when it happened. It was terrifying. Spiritual warfare, brother.
No, you're getting rid of them.
What was your dream about?
I was walking, right? It was like a normal day. It looked so real. I felt, like I was really walking. And I started, a tunnel started coming, right? Then I went through this tunnel because I thought I was going to get to the other side. Instead, I ended up like in a subway. It looked like, the tunnel subways. And I seen my ex-wife down there, right? And she fucking had all the roots, in down there. But it was all filled with fucking everybody using. Like she knew every spot where, people had and people, like it was all using. It was using fucking tunnels. Like the whole thing was using. And it was like, what the fuck am I doing here? And she kept telling me she knew where to get some good dope, and but she kept trying to get me to go all over, every single different tunnel. And I'm telling you, it's like I was fucking really living in that, I woke up with so fucking terrible feeling.
I remember when I was doing building all those massive fires.
Yeah.
And we were in Padawawa, right, in that place, what do you call it, in that campground there. I was walking towards the beach. Remember I said I was going to go pray and meditate?
Yeah.
And I had a vision of walking into the forest and all the birds and all the butterflies started floating around me, man, in light. Yeah. It was beautiful, like a rainbow of light around.
Yeah.
It was heavy. It was good. But most of these nightmares, I don't even remember them. Some of them I do. Some of them I don't.
Fuck, you scream really loud though. You don't...
Well, it's because they're terrifying, man. I could... Does it wake you up?
Oh yeah, all the fuck. Well, I'm thinking somebody's fucking attacking you or something.
Probably is in my dream.
I'm going, where the fuck is he? I'm looking for him after. It looks like you just got attacked, or you just,
What I'm fighting? I don't know.
Fuck. And then but you got a different thing to say all the time.
What do you mean? I got a different thing to say.
You always got a different line.
What, my dream?
Yeah.
What do I say?
I don't know. I can't remember what you said the last time, but it was different than the one before.
Well, what did I say?
There's different lines that come out of you.
sometimes it's like you're the day before, you know, like something that happened in the day before.
Yeah.
And it's like you say something that happened the day before. You know what I mean?
Processing all that information,
Yeah.
my brain's overload, man. Man, you know how much stuff there is to retain out here? My computer is off, it's like overloaded, man.
Yeah, but didn't Rebecca ever tell you that you do that?
Yeah, when I stop using for a little period of time, I've actually, like, fight, it's fucked. I throw punches during the night and shit, you know? And
Rebecca told you that?
yeah, Rebecca kind of like got used to it, but it levels off, it goes away, right? Just a lot of violence.
My ex used to do that.
What?
When she stopped using, she used to get into the same like you.
What do you think that is? That's the brain. A lot of brain waves. You know what it is, George? I think I'm a kind of person, I stuff a lot of stuff, eh? And then when I'm at the most relaxed, they reappear, or, you know, and it shows. And that's where I feel like the emotion of what goes on, eh? I don't know, sometimes they're fucking really bad nightmares. Like I'm telling you, I was at that rehab, eh? And I was on the second, on the top bunk. And what happened was that I had a dream that I woke up and there was these two guys down there at the bottom of the bunk bed, and they looked at me like with these evil faces, buddy, and they ran up the thing. And you know what was funny is the guy on the bottom, Chris, was having a nightmare himself. So when he was fighting, the bed started shaking, and it felt like those people came up and they grabbed me, man. You know? And it was fucking deadly, man. I woke up, my eyes were awake, but I was visioning this. And I'm like, everybody got up. The guy flicked on the light and goes, oh my God, what horror. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I was terrified, brother.
Yeah,
terrified.
That's all the fucking demons you picked up during your using.
George, I lived a violent life, buddy. Bottom line. And, you know, I got a lot of unsolved passions and feelings, man. I take them to bed, I think. You know what, man? I'm telling you, I don't know where I'm getting the strength to do what I'm doing here. It's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sitting in the van by myself, going down the highway, watching you walk, there's a lot of time for me to like review my life, you know, as to what it was and what it is and then where it's going, you know. And I find myself like, holy fuck, man, my head's twisted, bro. It is, man. So I don't even know if I'm coming or going, bro. Tell you the truth. You ever felt that way?
When?
Well, I don't know, when you were getting clean, man, I don't know.
You know something? What I went through in Stonehenge, when I had to... I gotta wash my hair tomorrow. What I went through in Stonehenge, I don't know what kept me staying there either, you know? Like I don't know how I stayed there. You know, and it was like, you know what, I got as honest with all my thoughts and all what I felt, like I never...
Yeah, but how true were they, man? Like how many... I know that a lot of my life has been a fucking fantasy. It's not real.
Yeah, but that's what I thought too at the beginning. I thought that too at the beginning. I thought you know, everything just was, you know, but you're making it real by discovery. You gotta be fucking realizing that you're discovering things.
Yeah.
It's gotta be clicking in somewhere. That you gotta have this so you got a lot of fear in you.
Oh yeah.
You got a ton of fucking fear. And to get to the root of the fear is where you'll find your realness.
That's what I'm doing. It's fucking painful. It's fucking painful, bro. But when I get to the substance of who I am, man, you know what I mean? I see that fear, that insecurity, so much so, and it shows me the roots that I took, to get out of it. Mostly my coping skills, George?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the unrealness in a lot of what I've experienced in my life, bro. And where I brought myself so that I can have something.
So the thing is that you're no different with the fear. You're not. Everybody's got that fear. Everybody was hiding like that. Everybody was trying to protect that part that, you know. Everybody's got that. Everybody. Fuck. I was fucking scared of my own shadow, for fuck's sakes. You know, and I had the best image around, you know. Like I had so much fucking fear, it was unbelievable.
I don't know, man. I can't express what I even feel, bro. I can't even say what I even feel. I know that inside I'm such a infant, man. My emotions are not mature. Some of my thinking is not mature. I always have to have something to say. I can't sit in silence. You know what? That music when I'm in the truck is full blast so that I don't have to hear myself think, eh? Because it's so fucking loud. It's so loud, George, man.
I can't even talk to you. It's so loud.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to get you, there's so many. You must have missed me a million times.
So yeah, definitely I'm. But I don't know, man.
So, anyways, the whole thing is it's not that it's good. You know, like there's no. There's no. Everything's good. You know what I mean? Everything is good. Like all this stuff is good. Okay? Like you're not going. There's no road to confusion here, or to you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I do know one thing in my life is that there's always been this spiritual warfare, and it always has been. And I do know about right and wrong. And in periods of my life, I've been on both sides. Bottom line. And when I'm on one side, the other side never stops. And when I'm on the other side, it's, you know what I mean? I'm a commodity. But I'm fucking, I don't know. I just don't, well, I don't really know, man. do need a lot of time.
This fucking Ontario is humongous. And it's getting fucking conquered, you understand? That's one thing you gotta know. Fucking conquering it, foot by fucking foot. Holy fuck.
This, my man, is not even registering. Do you understand? Like, that's a shame.
What's not registered?
This whole thing sometimes doesn't even register what I'm doing. But that's okay. It's not for me to know why or how or come. I just know that, you know what, I'm doing it every day. You know, I'm there, I'm doing it, I'm driving, I'm doing the best I can. You know, what reasons are there for it? Really? Do I really want to save a life? Maybe. Do I really want to... I don't know, I'm just here, man. I don't even know why I'm fucking here, but I'm here, and it's that simple. I just do it.
25 fucking years so far. We have broken some bread or some kind of thing with gotten together with us. About 20 radio stations and broadcasters. About fucking 7 television stations. 22 newspapers.
It's like I told you at that restaurant.
Come on, Joe, hold on a sec. This feat that we're accomplishing was started with $1,200 and no help. No fucking help. Do you understand that? It's not registering yet. Of course it's not, because it's beyond for you to understand this now. What you're doing, okay? It's beyond. But we are fucking doing an incredible feat here. Whether you don't completely understand that we are saving lives, or whether you have to accept that or not, it doesn't matter, because you are. And we are doing an incredible feat. One that a fucking strong person couldn't fucking pull through. Okay? How many people are walking around thinking that they can do this and that? They couldn't pull what you're doing right now. Okay?
It doesn't matter. You know what, George? I see all that. But the thing is like I told you in Ottawa, and I'll tell you right now, that somehow you prayed hard enough that God heard you, and He wanted you to do what you prayed for, and He's letting you live your dream. And I'm just a pawn in that dream. I'm just a character. You see, George, it's not really important. You know what? As long as you get through this and you accomplish it, then it's done. Do you understand? See, this is about you. This is about you addressing people the way you felt you wanted to address them, and that's by walking. You know what, man? It doesn't minimize what I do here, but I'm just a character here. Just like Sam is a character, just like all these other people are coming into your dream. And you know what? It's a damn good dream, George. You know what? It's not a nightmare, man. It's a really pleasant dream, bro. It's been hard, but it's not it's, you know, you're living your dream.
Have you ever really planted a garden?
Yeah, I remember planting
a
a garden.
Though.
What do you
I'm
mean?
talking about one that you have to fucking all month. You have to get down to the fucking soil because you gotta break through this and get, you know, you gotta. I'm not talking about one that you just flip over for 1 hour and then you're ready to put in a few seeds. I'm talking about one that you had to cut the fucking weeds out of bushes and get through the fucking
thing to get the irrigation in and to get, you know what I mean, one that you feel, one that took a lot of time.
George, I never built anything in my life.
You have not seen the flowers of this yet. We are doing all the work right now. We're doing all the fucking work right now. You're not even, if you think that you've seen a little bit of beauty so far, a little bit, if you just admit that, you have not seen the flowers that are going to grow from this. Okay?
George, I have to take your experience, man. My feelings are numb. You know what, buddy? God has his ways, man. When God wants something done, it's done. No matter how it has to be done, George, it's done. You know what I mean? So all I know is that, you know what, George, listen to me, buddy. I'm in an extreme amount of pain being out here. Doesn't mean that I don't have joy, but I'm in an extreme amount of pain every day. Because I'm fucking twisted in a way where, you know what, I'm learning and I'm adjusting and I'm acting. And yeah, okay, I'm working on a garden with you. But you know what? It still means shit to me. And that's what I worry about, eh? That it means shit to me. Everything that I see, ever since I was a kid, means shit to me. This is where, you know, I've been for fucking 33 fucking years. So you know what? The Queen Mary or whatever can come here and it still means shit to me. And there's where my disability lies, George. Where you can capture the beauty and where you've healed in your life. In order for you to capture this beauty, you know what, man? I haven't reached that pinnacle yet, man.
You know what? I haven't captured any fucking beauty yet.
Yeah, but you're seeing your vision come to life.
I don't, you know something? I don't see it coming to life yet. I don't see nothing coming to life.
What's missing? You're walking, you're over here, you met all these people, you just
yeah, but I don't feel nothing. I don't feel...
Well, then we both have the same disability.
I don't fucking... and I'm probably in twice as much pain as you. And I'm probably lacking twice as much things as you.
Yeah. You know, one thing I love about coming into recovery, George, is that in recovery, you know what, bro? Tell you the truth, I seen the light. You know why? Because through people, through what you do, through your prayers, through what Sam prayed for his family. He's got his family. People pray that they finish school and get a job. They do, man. I've seen the living God work through people. And that's how I got to know him, man. That's the only good thing about recovery for me, is that I know that there's a God. And in that God, I find my greatest strength and hope, brother. Because without that, you know what? Life would be meaningless again. Like nothing. But that's okay.
And you want to know something else? You want to know something else? That's bullshit what you just said 10 minutes ago.
What?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
What?
When you said that, it doesn't mean anything to me.
What doesn't mean anything?
That was probably true
when you were saying that 10 minutes ago.
George, let me tell you, man.
But yesterday, hold on a second, or the other day, or a week ago, or fucking whenever, at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, it meant everything to you.
What?
And you felt it. Whatever, that moment of your fucking existence meant everything to you. And you knew exactly where you were existing, and where you were going, and what you were doing. It meant everything. Okay? So it's just this moment that it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's why you don't give up. That's something I learned. Right? You don't give up. Never say never. And never assume. I mean, that's for real. But, you know what, man? Really? I'm fucking lost here, man. Oh, boy. You know what I learned, George? It's not a bad thing being lost, because you know what? When one is lost, one usually seeks ways to find his way. You know? So, I'm in a good place. You know what I mean? Like, I know what fucking despair is. This is nothing like despair. This is, this has to be done. This has to come to its finish. Right? Because when this is finished, then something new will begin again. Until this is finished, nothing new is gonna come. Nothing. So, and you know what? Really, when I look back at how many things I finished, how many things I started that I never finished, right? So, maybe this will be the first thing I'll ever finish. Next to graduating from recovery. In the recovery house there. Finishing the program. Sometimes I feel schizo. Oh, the Lolly Dama.
Other certain beings, like animals or insects.
Oh, this guy's good. Let me hear.
In deep sense, all are same certain being. The Buddhists believe the mind is the creator. One's own mind is the creator, like a creator. So there's no external creator. Everything depends on oneself. So that's why now Buddha stated, you are your own master.
George Marcello would likely be dead now if it weren't for a liver transplant. The Toronto man went for a routine checkup in 1992.
And I came away with probably what most Canadians dread the most, the news that you have a terminal disease.
His condition deteriorated until 1995 when an organ became available. So George Marcello is walking 2,000 kilometers around Ontario to raise awareness of the critical need for organ donation. Tell me, George, how are you holding up?
I feel still good. I mean, the weather's been pretty unkind to me the first month and a half. I've had real scorchers and electrical storms following me and mosquitoes from another planet.
Family-wise around the province are helping with publicity.
And it's certainly a very worthy cause, and we'd like people to be educated and know what options or choices are available to them.
What we're trying to do on this walk is we're trying to plant a seed in people, you know, a positive seed of that, you know, transplants do work and it does save life, and thank the donor family, and to make a wish that more people waiting for transplants would get organs.
Marcello plans to walk across Canada on the same mission next year. In Owen Sound, I'm Kirk Scott reporting for News Now.
Open, Chucky. I know, it's fuck. Oh my gosh.
Look at them.
Holy. Oh. Oh. Hey, where's that fly swatter, man? Oh. Should have ate. Holy fucking swarm of flies, man. Look at this, man. Holy.
Move up. There's some flies all over the place.
Sure. Oh. They go out and back in, these bastards.
Cloud number 9 on the mix 106.
With one shot? Here, give me that piece of paper, man. I want to kill a few too, man. Here's a couple. Get out or die.
Throw that on.
No, don't throw garbage on the highway, man. You're one of those people. Oh.
Clean it up after.
Oh man, just death happening right now. Oh, look at them, just dying, brother. Get out or die. Oh, another one. Look at them all, man. Look at them all behind you, man. It's a swarm.
I don't know where you went.
I've just been driving, George.
Go up in here. They're all here still.
Well, what do you want me to do, man?
Go on open land.
They're all the way in there. It's like what is it, man? It's can't be the Portuguese blood. That attracts the mosquitoes.
Get out of this.
They're right behind you, man. What a feast to kill. Oh.
Go right in this open.
Yeah, like they're everywhere here, man. Well, there's a nice view of the sky over here, man.
Open that window, please.
They're all behind you, man. You can kill them all, man, if you're smart. You got them all?
See if they got them all.
Are you kidding me? There's flies there. Look at them. Look at them. Look, they're everywhere, man. Look at these suckers. Well, there's 3 left in here. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. Kill the rest of them. Are they attacking you or what? I'd hate to be a fly around you, man. Ooh. Oh. Fly, fly away, fly, fly. How you feeling, George? How's the walk going? Oh. George.
What?
How's the walk?
It's painful.
Really? What's going on, man? What do you need? Some ice for your feet or something? What a funny freaking guy, man. Get out there and do this walk. Let's get home.
Will guide you to the light.
7 kilometers, and I'm gonna go ahead to Collingwood. I'm gonna try to get a hold of the Canadian Tire, A&P, and set up some media stuff for him over there. And make sure that everything is ready. I'm gonna call up ahead to Barrie also, so that you know, when we get there, they're prepared. Because usually we're walking in, and these companies are not prepared to do anything for us. This way, at least, you know, we'll be prepared. Kind to us to, you know, to the press conferences, so that their communities know how much and how big of a deal they've been to us. They've helped us out considerably, and you know, that is zone out here because of dehydration, sunstroke, you know, rain, cold. You know, he's been sunstroked already like 5 times, 6 times. It's because of his hard heads. He's Calabrese, I guess, and they don't listen very well.
There's 2 papers.
Which one is that?
Owen Sound something.
I don't know, buddy, but that's the only one I know that that's there. It's double paged, eh? Yeah, right here, bro. The mission.
Holy shit!
Me and you are in. Listen, I went to Zeller's, eh? Got the boot from there.
Really?
I got the boot.
No. What?
No, the lady was an assistant manager. She couldn't help me.
Okay.
And I went to Pizza Hut. We got dinner for tomorrow. Plus, I went to Wendy's. We scored 4 combos.
Oh, great.
Okay. I got the Best Western. And you know what? It's full, eh?
And you did it.
I got that. And I faxed 2. I went to this place to make cards.
Yeah.
She couldn't do it because they're really busy.
Yeah.
But they faxed 1 to Barrie, the most important, and Canadian Tire, and they faxed the 1 to Toronto. We just got Aurelia and Midland to do tomorrow at the thing. Okay. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, the newspaper thing here.
Yeah.
Is not on thing, man. It's on Seacourt Street.
Seacourt, that's what I had.
No, you wrote 2nd.
Oh.
I don't know where that is, so I gotta find out tomorrow about that. Okay?
They needed it today, so it doesn't matter.
Well, we can give them a call and find out. Maybe take it over there. But it's probably already printed, because I think she would send the picture to you, right? Gail? She'd send the picture.
Yeah.
What else did I have to do? I didn't see any A&P here in town. Is there one here in town? Huh?
I don't think so.
No. And the Pizza Hut guy is very nice guy. He's the owner.
Oh yeah.
He wants to be
part of the thing.
No. He wants to be how do you say it? Shit. Huh?
Wants to meet me?
No, yeah, he'll meet you, but he doesn't wanna. He wants to be low pro.
Oh,
man.
low pro. Okay.
Low pro, no, because then everybody's gonna want, you know. Overall, that's about all I did today, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wanna go eat?
Eat.
No, let me finish.
No, George,
Let me
listen.
finish, man. See,
I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat. I don't care. And you still got another 10 kilometers to
So I
go.
can do that in an
10 or 11 kilometers.
I could do that in an hour and a half.
You think
I'm gonna
so?
grab something to eat.
You know what, buddy? I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat. Okay, you want to eat? Because I'll bring you right here towards the road after you can finish it. It's only 5 o'clock.
No, that fucks me up though if I
Okay,
eat.
then walk. I'll go get the food for us.
No, I'm gonna go and eat. I don't wanna bring the food out here. I wanna finish this and then I'll eat. You can eat.
Okay, I'm gonna go eat, man.
Give me a
All
sec.
right? Because I'm starving, man. My stomach's just grumbling, bro. And I get all shaky, and I don't like that. Okay? Was I right?
I was wrong. You weren't right.
I was right. Told
I
you
was
there was
wrong.
no
You
other
weren't right.
newspaper. Body.
I'm man enough to admit that I'm wrong.
You were wrong?
Yeah. This is the
If you're wrong, that makes me right.
That's the second time I'm wrong in 1,000 times.
And what was the first time you were wrong?
1,000 times ago.
What was the first time
It was
you were
about
wrong?
7 years ago I was wrong.
Mission is over, mission is done. I will miss you, cheer.
That's foolishness.
I know, but this you can put that in your report.
For what?
In your video, how tell me another walker that or who, you know what I mean? While I'm fucking walking, I gotta schedule events. Put that in the fucking video. Huh? It's crazy, right?
Yeah, this whole thing sometimes is crazy.
But you know what? Look what we're doing. Look what we're accomplishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking, who knows? At the end of this, what this is gonna accomplish, this 2,000 tour, 2,000 kilometer tour. You know what? It sprung out a Canadian 500 day, carried the torch. Wow. Wow, sometimes it's just so overwhelming, but I do know that it's God. God is the key to this. Staying humble, loving and believing in God. You know, that's where it is for me. And we. I didn't bring it with me. Want me to go get it? Yeah, I did get air miles.
It's up to you. I don't know.
You want me to go to the van and get it?
It's up to you.
Couple of hundred air miles? Nah. Get more off buying gas.
That he works with? Oh my God, yes I am. He meets too many women at his day job, and I'm afraid he'll be unfaithful. He's very faithful to you. You don't have to worry. He is being faithful to you.
Here we are in Midland. It's piss raining. George is walking right now. I just had a Big Mac. I was starving. It's about 12:05. And it's Friday the 13th. Out here, it's on the road. Sometimes it's so lonely on those stretches of highways. Really, all you got is a lot of time to think. And you know what? All those other things that when you're living a fast-paced life and you know you're off the track somehow and you forget about what's really important and your heart kind of opens up and you feel all the love and the, you know, and all the gratefulness of what you have in your life, what I have in my life, my two beautiful daughters. people that love me, my family, you know, Rebecca, my brother Rob, my sister Maria, my brother-in-law Mario, my little brother Tony. And there's periods that there's an aching that I get back there. Back to them, you know? And all my friends and, you know, Ron and the place that I come from. And it hasn't been easy being out here because it's tourist season right now. And let me tell you, there's a lot of families out here. There's a lot of children. And my daughter right now, Sabrina, is 9 months old. You know, I missed her first 2 teeth coming out. She's crawling and I miss my wife. Hey, how about me?
Hello.
Now it's on. Aren't you? Joe was gonna film me and my boy with the lens cover on. George, miss you, buddy. Good luck. I love you, and I'll see you when you come back on the 29th. And this is my beautiful baby, RJ. And he's pointing at you, and let him give you a kiss. Okay? So that's it. Say bye. Bye, George. I'll see you soon. That's my... Is there sound on that? Yeah.
All right, George, I just want to say congratulations, buddy. You're doing a great job, and thanks for getting my brother Joe out of the house.
Yeah.
To do something.
All right.
All right, man. Good luck on your trip, man.
It's us again.
They're doing a pilgrimage.
Look, it's Italian.
No, these guys, yeah, they're doing a pilgrimage.
What is it?
A pilgrimage.
From where?
I don't know, they've walked all the way over here, so. My mother and father do stuff like this with the Portuguese church. They come over here, they all walk.
It's all different, looks like it's all different cultures.
Yeah. This is too much, George. These people are wild, man. Told you.
pretty well counted my blessings before 95. I was told I was, you know. Okay, I want you to do a hell yeah.
I can't do a hell yeah.
Yeah, I can. Glad you could come here. Hi.
So they've already done
Okay. Okay. Can you get the...
Okay, we're rolling. Basically, how do you feel about the long wait that your wife has to wait for a new heart?
Well, being it's recent that we've known that she needs a new heart, and we've been told it's going to take maybe 5 years.
See that? Right. Doesn't that sure look nice on street?
What do you think?
Step by step, boy.
Made the roll.
Let's see those shoes.
Which shoes are we with today?
These ones.
Those ones?
Mink, you look how nice and white they are. Oh, this is the road, eh, George? This is the cobblestone.
Actually, this is a nice soft shoulder.
Oh, the other one you guys walked on was fucking glorious, eh? All concrete.
Yeah, but we were walking on the street at one point. We missed that white line, and we were walking on the lane at one point. We thought we were still on the shoulder. Hey, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
At the Osprey. We gotta advertise this kid's it's at the trailer, right?
Ready?
Yeah.
Well, don't want to get into Toronto, man.
Yeah, but he wants this area.
Yeah, well, we give him this area. He's got to give us a sticker, man. Good luck. Be careful. Stay safe.
I am so proud to be a Canadian, you know, and
Marcello non sta nel numero di persone che firmano la Organ Donor Card sulla patente, ma sta nell'attuale legislazione che permette finora alle famiglie di opporsi al desiderio del defunto di donare i propri organi. Marcello nel 1992 si è visto diagnosticare un
liver transplant recipient, and you wouldn't be here today but by the grace of God and some really wonderful people who had this discussion at some point in their lives with their family, and you now have a new liver and a new lease on life. Congratulations. I'm really glad to see you here. You're going to be marching around Ontario, 2,000 kilometers, here and there and everywhere. Why are you doing that, and what do you hope to achieve?
Well, I'm doing that to acknowledge the act that the family did to make that life-saving decision for me.
So you're saying thank you to various communities across the province?
And all the donor families that did that. I don't think there's enough acknowledgement made towards that.
There are not enough donor families either.
Exactly.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man.
What's your name?
Corey.
Corey?
Yep.
What do you think of what George is doing? Oh, did you?
He looked very handsome.
Oh, yeah? What do you think of what he's doing?
Well, it's very good. Helping out the world.
Yeah?
Helping out hospitals, helping out people.
Right on, bro. Be talking to UFOs out there in space or something with that tape recorder.
Transplantation. So I've sort of become a mailman, and I'm delivering the message to as many Canadians as we possibly can. So far, I think I can safely say that we've reached over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Canadians. We had the opportunity with the YMCA to put together and organize events for us, such as when I was in North Bay, they gave us a booth at the Heritage Festival, where there was close to 200,000 people there. And over the 4 days, we must have talked to about 40,000 people alone over there. We've had about 5 or 6 other similar events organized. And
way to go, George.
With the help of the media also, which has been playing a very, very important part here, they've been able to put very, very positive messages in the papers. The radio stations have been putting very positive messages. Television stations have been coming out and putting very positive messages. This, as a whole, is going to reach a lot of Canadians, and I think it's going to leave a real comfortable feeling with Canadians. Also, we've been trying to reach the ears of both the provincial government and the Canadian government. So far, I wrote 2 letters to the Prime Minister of Canada and to the Premier Harris of Ontario, and we're hoping that we can address some of the legislations that we need to look at. We need to look at other countries right now and see why are they doing better. They have changed certain things, and Canada's just a little bit behind in our perceptions and our attitudes. And we need to look at some of the present legislations and see what we can change to better that and become as successful as the other countries have. And in the end result, we'll be saving a lot of lives. So presently I'm here surrounded by all these beautiful little kids, which I have to mention, the kids have been so receptive to this subject. And at the beginning, I was told that it might be too sensitive of a subject to discuss with the kids. But you know what? As adults who are usually wrong, they have been very accepting of this idea, and usually their answer is, why would somebody do that? You know? And I think the other thing that we're going to try and do is bring this more to the schools, the elementary schools, and have this as an easier topic of discussion.
The spring in his step thanks to the anonymous liver donor who saved his life.
George's words, dynamite! George's tick, 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 boom! Dynamite!
In gratitude to his donor's family, he has embarked on a 2,000-kilometer trek around the province to raise public awareness. Canada has one of the worst organ donation rates in the industrialized world.
This walk acknowledging that act of donating their loved one's organs so I could live. And also I'm addressing the critical shortage of organ and tissue donations in Canada.
I go home, take some day, I say goodbye, goodbye, Milky
truck. This is unbelievable. Our hotel is on fire. Woo! Here in Niagara Falls. And the smoke is fucking unbearable right now. There's George. It's getting serious, this shit. That's what you get when you let people smoke in their rooms, eh, George? They come home all bombed. What a scene. Yeah, it's pretty fucking big, bro. What a fire yesterday.
How do you like walking on these rocks?
Oh, fantastic for the feet, buddy. How do you do it?
How do I do it?
Huh?
Got there.
George on his tour has walked from Hamilton to Niagara Falls, and we're doing the Golden Horseshoe right now, St. Catharines, Welland, and he's on his way to Fort Erie, and we're going to be heading back. We're going to drive back to Hamilton, pick up the trailer which we left there for almost a week now, and spirits are high.
It's a trek George Marcello, a professional fitness promoter, didn't think would be possible. Certainly not 4 years ago, as he waited near death for a new liver.
When I received my organ transplant, I went from very sick to very healthy in a short time.
And you are very healthy today.
And I am very healthy today. And I'm not the exception.
This walk isn't intended to raise money. It is intended to make the point that organ donation definitely restores health. 2,400 kilometers underfoot by the time it's done is proof of that. And the walk is intended to make the point that although most Canadians sign donor cards,
at the hospital, the family is vetoing that decision 60% of the times when they're approached.
Marcello is promoting a national donor registry and legislation so gift-of-life decisions can't be reversed by families. But also, says George, the walk is a way to say
thank you very much. You know, for the gift of life is, you know, I'm almost like left with a mission to make sure that the family knows that I'm grateful. I would hope that they're proud of what I'm doing.
Guy Goodwin reporting from near Tavistock for News Now.
Cosmic world.
What happened?
Well, do you want it first before these people?
Yeah, I want it first. What is it?
Yeah, I was walking along, right?
Yeah.
And there was an amputee in one of those carts. Or
Yeah.
what are they called? You know, mobile wheelchair.
Yeah.
So he went by me, and about 4 minutes later I heard,
No, he got run over.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Right up the street, eh?
Right up the street, about like a minute before he passed by me. Right up the street. So I started...
The cops were right there. I seen the lights go on.
I started phoning them.
911?
Yeah.
Is he hurt?
You know what? I'm not sure. I want to find out afterwards with the police. I stayed there until help came, Joe. Like you know, took the wheelchair away because it was right up against him. You know?
You got hurt? Real
A
bad?
little bit, yeah.
George walked 8 hours, which came out to almost like 55 kilometers. It was one of the hottest days in Canadian history. It was. Even the birds didn't fly around that day. That's how hot it was. And he's got to make it into Deep River for this press conference, you know, with this one reporter there, because that's all they have there.
The one reporter.
So you got to make it out there, right? So he gets there and it's completely sunstroke, heat exhaustion, right? And he's talking to the reporter. He said, "It's great to be in your town of
something, whatever you call it.
What was that you kept calling it? It's great to be here in Coburg, and we're in Deep River, right? So I'm like looking at him, and he's going over the same story. Yeah, but you don't understand. This is what I'm doing. Man, you don't. I had to go. Excuse me, my friend's sunstroke right now. Can we talk to you a little later? Or snow or whatever, he delivers the message, and the message is hope. And so they wrote that down in the newspaper. So I called George the mailman. I coined him the mailman.
Even looking at you from the camera. So you're not originally
No, and I live here Monday through Friday. I live in Niagara Falls.
Oh,
So
really?
when you're here,
Oh,
Talbert
so-
now, and I knew all about it. Yes, I ran the Niagara Falls Y for the last 8 years.
So what do you
And
think
St.
about
Catharines.
George's
Yeah,
Y?
yeah, I know Joe well.
I think it's
And then I worked in
absolutely
Alberta,
wonderful.
and I
He's
worked in
walking for me,
Columbia,
as I said
I've been all
before.
through the Y too. So we have,
He's,
this is our new home, and it's small, but it's
He's
a
not
small
only
community,
thanking
and
his donor
just ready
family
to
for
launch
for
a
the new life they've given him, he's helping to promote a new life for me, or to give me the chance of a new life.
But we've made do. Our membership has gone from 7.
There's a lot of mystery surrounds organ donation and organ transplantation in this country. George is helping to eliminate that mystery by making people aware of what he can do after transplantation. He can still be a productive person and carry on an almost normal life.
Yeah. So we're happy.
Feeling better?
Shit.
What's wrong?
I don't even know how the fuck I'm walking.
How's the throat? You're walking pretty quick, but still on pace. How far are you walking today?
35.
Hey?
35.
35. Just down?
Yeah.
And you're sick.
It's gonna be a tough day.
It's gonna be what?
It's gonna be a tough day. Watch the car.
Look at you. You're all fucked up. Look at you. Huh?
Grab one of my legs.
Grab one of your legs.
Yeah.
You alright? George. You okay, man? Let it out. Puke it out, man. Okay or what? Huh? What's going on with you, man? George, what's going on with you? What do you feel? So your liver or what? What's going on?
I'll be okay.
You'll be okay.
It's okay.
Bro. The day's only half done. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. Here it comes. Arnia. George is sick as a dog. His stomach's killing him. He's thrown up. He's got a sore throat. He's got blisters on his feet. The man looks extremely tired. And there he is, walking down Highway 22 West. He just doesn't want to give up. It's a powerful statement. You gotta think about some of us that are really healthy. Could we endured the punishment that he has. And he's a liver transplant recipient. Plus he's got some heavy emotions he's carrying. A really good friend of his, Major John, is in the hospital, who just received a new liver himself, and he's struggling.
Call me friend, you gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that she makes me wait, and without you, without you.
Yeah, it did. Red peppers.
You sure?
Yeah. Well, here we go. George is gonna have to stay with his foot elevated for the next couple of days because the blister busted and he got infected. And how did you feel about the doctor's prescription and his advice, George?
It's only 1 day, it's not 2 days.
It's 2 days, he said.
Oh,
48 hours.
He said 1 day.
He said 2 days. So how do you feel about what happened?
It's only 1 day.
48 hours, he said, George. So don't start playing with your life here. He's got himself a pair of crutches. This guy is fucking crazy enough to be hobbling down the highway on crutches. I guarantee you, you'll see that on film. Bye.
Sure. Hi. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Run, Joe, run.
Yeah. On Saturday night, I just finished doing 45 kilometers in Sarnia. And I was in the hotel all night time, figuring out all the plans on how I was going to hit my 2,000 kilometer. And it looked like I was going to be able to do that. Getting a shot of penicillin right away. It's effective, and you're in danger. My immune system is a lot lower. Years left to live. Now, during all that time, I was still going to the Y to go belt because I believed that fitness and praying was going to get me through this. It was a shoestring budget, but we're a lean, mean fighting machine on the highway. Walk across the country because we discovered the May 2000. We discovered the hornet's nest. I mean, there's still a lot of things to it too. But the hornet's nest is this. We don't have a national registry in this country. And that is the reason why we're losing so many lives that could be saved. And that the government has been slow to act on. And you know, my voice is getting louder and louder because I get more upset when I'm thinking about why we've been so slow. We came up with the name. So I'm constantly appealing to Whitney Houston. That's her song. She has a song called Step by Step. And the preachers, I'm constantly appealing to Whitney please let me use your song. So at this part it's hobbling, right, Joe? And he makes sure that I do it in one piece, you know, that he's going to bring me home alive. Because I'm pretty stubborn and determined. You know, this is my road manager, Joe. He's been with me right from the start, and he's here on a complete sacrifice. He's got a 9-month-old daughter at home that he misses very dearly, but he's out here because he believes in what we're doing and wants to also save lives.
43-year-old George is a liver transplant recipient. This is his way of giving back to anonymous donors.
To say thank you to the donor, the family, all the families, all the donors that have courageously and unselfishly made that act to save other people from a life of disease.
We'll be over here to the right of the stage signing posters for $5 immediately following this afternoon's concert. Also wanted to mention somebody here who's here for a very worthwhile cause. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just want to look to the right of the stage here, he's got his foot up there. George Marcello, just give a wave here. George is a liver transplant recipient who is doing a walk across Ontario to bring more awareness to the very, very big importance of organ donation. So George.
If you can't dance to this, you can't do nothing for me, baby. If you can't dance, if you can't dance, if you can't dance, if you can't dance, if you can't dance to this, you can't do nothing for me, baby. If you can't dance, forget my hand. You wanna dance with me? And say those confessions in my mind. So
walk across the country, and at that point we're going to have petitions, and I'm going to start raising funds to get a national registry.
That'd be great. Can we give you our email address?
Absolutely.
And keep us in mind and see if there's
Give it
anything
to me
that we
right
can
on
do
the
to help.
camera if you'd like.
Oh, absolutely. All right.
The other reason why my road manager is to
All
make
right.
suggestions like that.
Very good job.
You guys were fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Close your eyes, you think spicy.
All right, so email address is spicetrip@hotmail.com. All right, so anybody who wants to write us there, that's where we are. That's where you can find us.
SPICETRIP.
That's right.
That's us. .com. So you can keep us informed through that, and we can keep you informed where we are.
This guy's the best. Right on, brother.
I could give the world to you, but love is all I have to give. My love is all I have to give. Think I can live without your love. The world is for you, and love is all I have to give to you.
So I'm trying to also address to bring a national registry to this country, which is far long overdue.
George knows it's a tough sell to people of this age, but he is turning some heads, including that of Steve Coleman, a Conestoga student who's taken up the challenge to improve.
And by having George do things like this, it certainly makes things much easier for everyone.
There's still a week of walking ahead, but it leads George to the Ontario legislature and a planned meeting with Premier Harris, an effort that makes George Marcello this week's local hero. I'm Jim Alexander.
Walk is designed to raise awareness of Canada's poor record on organ donation. But Marcello says primarily it's a chance for him to thank the family that donated a liver to him a few years ago.
The walk got started on June 26th from Toronto and Hyde Park. And so far I've got a footprint in almost every part of Ontario. And I've walked 2,112 kilometers so far.
Marcello is due to walk in from Cambridge today, arriving at the Hanlon and Wellington. A noon hour reception is planned at City Hall, followed by a 1 o'clock news conference at the YMYWCA in the South End. Marcello is urging people to come out and support him.
But you know, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, you know. See what happened? Nothing. We had a good time. There was a lot of people recognized him. When we were going for a walk, there was a police officer behind us in front of us.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people were beeping, eh?
Yeah.
Going by. Yeah.
Cool.
He hit the TV day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Kitchener.
Oh yeah. And it was probably the best one yet.
Yeah.
He was on for about 3-4 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about at the college? Did he get up in front of all those?
He got up in front of all the students and you know, told them the reason why he was there, and got a really good response from him. You know, it was really impressive, and a lot of people wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
And he's making a big splash, this guy. You know, so he's getting the word out, and he's emphasizing awareness. You know, he's not there to raise money this year. You know, next year will be the cause.
Yeah.
But awareness, and a lot of people are, you know, taking it.
You gotta be innovative. Because usually the cop's in the front, right?
I thought he wanted to go in the front, didn't he?
Yeah, he should have went in the front.
To open the room. I guess when they're meant to be safe.
I never got tired of approaching each community, and it just kept getting better and better. And it was sort of highlighting when I was reaching here, Guelph, because I'll tell you something. I was under 24, and I was walking up 24 in Wellington, and I've walked along those streets many times, and I started crying. So I'm all out of tears now. I won't start crying here. And plus, I always tried to hold back my tears. I said, what kind of man are you? You're going to cry. But there's just so much to this whole story, and a lot started over here for me because in '92, this is where I was working out, and I found out at that time that I was diagnosed with terminal liver disease. And you know, it's never a good time to receive news like this, and when you're told that you have only a couple of years left to live, that makes the situation even a little worse. I remember going through all the phases of trying to accept this, and I read a poem called Footprints, which I don't know if any of you are familiar with, but a poem, just words, somehow gave me acceptance and courage to accept the faith, you know, and I was able to carry on. And one of the ways that I was able to carry on was by continually coming to this Y to work out, and having people around here, which I see in the crowd right now that know me pretty good, having accepted me, you know, while I was going through this. And, you know, I got the call here in Guelph in 1995. I was in my residence on Dublin Street, and they said that there's an organ available for George Marcello from Toronto General Hospital. And I said, are you sure you got the right guy? I had to be absolutely sure that I wasn't taking a female or a younger person's spot. I felt like I was on the Titanic for some reason. That's what you get for watching too many movies. So they convinced me I was the guy, and I went, and the operation took 10 hours, and I woke up feeling that I was going to make it. But at the same moment, I was thinking about that family that had to face a tragedy that evening and lost their loved one. And through that tragedy, made the decision to think about somebody else by donating their loved one's organ, so a person that they don't even know can live. And that was me. And that thought, from that moment, stayed with me right up to today, because there hasn't, a day has not gone by that I don't think about that family. And that's what led me to do this thank you walk.
His walk has taken him from Toronto to Ottawa, Timmins, Windsor, Kitchener, and points in between. It's been a winner all the way, with good memories, positive press, and much corporate support. George is making more and more Canadians aware of Canada's need for more donors. Has the rate changed since he told us of the woeful rate in May?
I think one of the things that have been working in other countries is a national registry.
George's walk ends September 30th in Toronto, after which he'll meet Premier Mike Harris.
There's talk about me being acknowledged at the throne speech on the 21st, and having an audience with him soon after my walk is finished. And we're going to tell him I'm going to give him my report. We got a really good feeling we're going to get his help.
This year, Ontario. Next year, he'll walk across Canada.
It's going to take us 500 days. We're going to start off from coast to coast, and what we'll be doing is we'll be organizing and planning to have different groups and organizations take the torch each day and pass it to the next community. So roughly it'll be about 15 to 20 kilometers that'll be walked every day, and we wanted to make it 500 days so that we can cover every single community in Canada and continue to generate and stimulate this spirit of organ transplantation to Canada.
Joe Camara is a good friend of George and his road manager. What's a typical day during the walk like?
One day is very tedious, you know, driving 1 kilometer an hour beside him, making sure he doesn't get run over on the road, and he has food and, you know, his medicines and his vitamins, and make sure that he doesn't get any cramping on the road. And also, you know, a lot of logistic work, making sure that we have a place to stay at the end of the night, and, you know, just making sure that everything's prepared for him when he walks in, and that he stays safe on the road.
In Guelph with videographer
Here's where our mandate presently stands now. We're strongly looking at creating a national registry. To create a national registry, we would need government support. It doesn't mean that they have to do it even. It just means that we would need their support. So whether it would start on a provincial level or a federal level, these are things that we're going to be finding out. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm meeting with the provincial government officials at Queen's Park. And Premier Harris has contacted our office a couple of times, his office, and we'll be meeting him after the walk is finished. Steps to meet the Allen Rock. We have a 1-800 number. So one of the things that we found out that we wanted to create was a national registry, that if Canadians do have that desire and wish to donate their organs, then it should get carried out. The other thing that we also noticed is I was doing this walk because I had the gift of life. A family that lost their loved ones made that decision to save someone that they didn't even know, such as myself, to live. And it was my desire from that moment that I woke up from the operation to acknowledge that act, and that's why I basically did this walk. I have this great desire to meet the family one day and to say thank you and let them know of all the great things that are happening to me in my life as a result of that decision that was made. And I know that I met a lot of family donors that have that same desire to meet the recipient, to have a feeling of continuance from their loved ones. I think that if these two desires are mutual, then there should be an option available at some point in time for the family to meet the recipient. And I think it would also be an incentive for people to sign their donor cards and families to carry out that wish, knowing that there might be an opportunity to meet the recipient at some point in time. So basically,
but my perspective on this is that what the government should be doing is promoting the development of a federal organ donation registry system,
which will quite simply enable Canadians to register their expressed wish to donate an organ at the time of death. We may have some questions.
Now, what's the province doing and what can the province do?
One of the things that we think that they should be doing is promoting the development of a federal organ donation registration system. What we have in place now is a bit of a haphazard addendum to license renewals. You renew your license, there's an opportunity there for you to express your wishes when it comes to donating organs at the time of death. There are many people who don't have a license. Many people don't fill out that card. But what John and George have discovered in their many contacts with Ontarians is that, you know, Ontarians, their hearts are there already. They want to help. This costs nothing. There's a real opportunity here to make a difference in the life of somebody else. I think the role of government in this, Jamie, is merely to facilitate the expression of that caring spirit. So there should be a national system in place whereby every single Canadian could fill out some kind of form which gives expression to their last wishes when it comes to dealing with their
So, where are we going from here, guys?
George Marcello walked more than 2,000 kilometers across Ontario to get the message out. Both men presented a plaque to the transplant unit at Toronto General Hospital before meeting provincial Liberal leader Dalton McGuinty outside.
Tell me about Premier Harris. I hear he's been looking for you.
Oh, Mike?
Mikey. Well,
Yeah, he's been making a few calls trying to locate me.
And are you gonna fit him in or what?
We decided to take a look at maybe we could schedule him in somewhere.
And what do you hope to achieve?
After further cuts in healthcare spending, and specifically from the multi-organ retrieval exchange program,
we have, like so many other organizations funded by government, just had a funding cut, one more funding cut. And George is going to be raising awareness, I think, very significantly.
George's main goal was to get the attention of the Harris government. And he got it.
Like me, thousands of people across Ontario were inspired by George Marcello and a whole step-by-step team as he walked across the province. And that's why I invited George to join me in the legislature for the throne speech, our inaugural throne speech this session.
George Marcello waited years for a donor before his life-saving transplant in 1995. This year, he walked across Ontario to increase awareness of organ donation. In response to Mr. Marcello's mission, and on behalf of the people of Ontario, Premier Harris has accepted as a Millennium Challenge the goal of doubling the organ donation rate by 2005. Your government is developing an organ donor action plan that, through outreach and education, will raise public awareness and improve registration. A new Premier's Advisory Board on Organ Donation, headed by hockey legend Don Cherry, will recommend complementary initiatives.
The Premier's Advisory Board went on to become the Trillium Gift of Life Network. Neither Step by Step nor George were invited to participate.
Thanks, George, and good morning, everybody. I'm involved because I care. I am a past member of the government that, in fact, funded the Ontario Trillium Gift of Life Network to the tune of $120 million. In 1999, Premier of the day, Premier Harris, made that commitment to Ontarians to move forward on the issue. It was because of George's work that, in fact, that fund was set up. It was introduced in a throne speech, and work began.
best.
Well, while we were all enjoying our summers, George was walking 2,000 kilometers across Ontario. So you're a real hero, George. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Well, I'm not tired, believe it or not.
George, just in Canada, you're not allowed to connect with the donor family, nor vice versa, correct?
Well, as far as connect, the only means of communication is through a screen letter. So what I'm going to try and introduce is something called mutual consent. I found that there was many donor families that had a strong desire to meet the recipient, and many recipients such as myself that had a strong desire to meet the family. So what I'm trying to introduce is to have that option available so that at some point in time, you know, if both desires are mutual, then there should be an option available.
And that's similar to the adoption rules, mutual consent.
Exactly.
That's great. So
and it also would play an incentive, to people to donate more organs and their families to donate the organs, because if they know that maybe there might be at some point that they'll be able to possibly meet the recipient and have a feeling of continuance from their loved ones. You know.
And that's how it is in the States, correct?
Some states.
Some states. Okay. What about the National Registry? Now, you were walking 2,000 kilometers across Ontario, but apparently you had time for other stuff. What about the National Registry?
Well, that's another thing that I was trying to promote along the way.
You're a very busy man this summer. I'm ashamed of myself. I didn't do very much.
You did a lot.
Well, George, can I just blow your horn, toot your horn a little bit? But in Windsor on Friday, September 17th, the day was called officially George Marcello Day by the mayor.
Yes.
So this is a big deal. You've gotten a lot of attention. You've certainly achieved your goal. You've achieved organ donation awareness throughout Ontario. So congratulations. You have lots of work yet to do.
So you're the example of a man who has had a liver transplant, and you're just as good as new, right?
Absolutely. I'm not the, but I'm not the exception here. That's the other thing I wanted to point out. There's many recipients that are having similar, you know, healthy lives.
There's the arrival
to Toronto
of George Marcello at the Columbus
just a few days ago.
Yep. Yeah, we had Alma Fadani actually organized all that.
That's your route.
Yes.
Was it a beautiful summer? Is Ontario?
Ontario is the most beautiful province in the world.
And you were well received?
Yes, by every community. There's a lot of Italians in Ontario. I can't believe it.
Everywhere you went?
Everywhere, even Smith Falls. There was a guy that on the highway said, "Hey, what are you two paisans doing on the highway here?"
How many pairs of sneakers
he wanted to give you a lift, I guess.
Well, he gave us $20, but he had to kiss my road manager.
How many pairs of sneakers did you go through?
Actually, two. Nike's been pretty good. I chose.
Before we end up with you, George, we want to introduce your one of your partners, your road manager,
my road
Joe
manager.
Camara.
Yeah.
Come on in,
Joe. He was there right from the beginning.
Joe has been with you right since June 26th, and Joe, you have a few words to say. Joe is Portuguese descent, correct?
That's right, I am. And I'd just like to say to those organ donor families, thank you, and for those people on the waiting list, keep the faith. It should be coming soon. And we'd like to thank Cellular Depot, who have helped us out with a phone that was very necessary for our communications. And I'd like to say hi to my family for their support also.
Thank you, Joe. Congratulations. It's a job well done. Thank you, George. I'm sure we'll see you here again. I know you're going, you hope to go national with your National Registry.
Yes.
And you'll keep us posted.
Absolutely. And
wonderful.
Thank you very much for all your support.
Congratulations, Joe.
Laura Pausini, adesso andiamo subito ad ascoltare con questa bellissima canzone La mia risposta. Laura Pausini.
What do you think of that two men, Canadians, have to walk across Ontario to let other Canadians know of the shortage of organ donors in Canada? How does that make you feel? Why isn't, like...
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad how it has to take two people to do such a big feat just for people to realize that, like...
What a necessity
it is. It's a big necessity.
Yeah.
People need this stuff.
It's a shame.
It's sad.
Thank you, ladies.
No problem.
This is what it's all about. You know, this is why I had that desire right when I woke up from that operation, was to acknowledge that act that people unselfishly make. You know, like it's a tremendous act that it's got to be the most godlike act that's around. You know, to donate your organ so that someone else can live. Just think about that. You know, it's beautiful. And, you know, this is a very tremendous day, and it's just, there's miracles happening all around here, Joe. You know that? This is just fantastic. I can't believe it. What do you think?
Hell yeah. Wow, man, fuck, we accumulated a lot of shit, eh? Kinda gonna miss this place. How about you?
Oh, who knows you're leaving it?
Oh, I might be living in here, eh? Oh, that would be sad, bro.
No.
What do you mean, no, it wouldn't?
It means that you still have determination.
Yeah, okay. It means that I'm broke and I'm poor and I need welfare.
You're looking at the negative side.
What, there's a positive side of being broke and poor?
No, that means that if you were here, that means that you were still determined to go through with this.
With what? I did my time, buddy. Half of my family and myself, and you know what? For your 1000th kilometer, I want to give you this gift. I can't take credit for the poem here, but it brings tears to my eyes, and I hope you enjoy it, man.
You got this sun in there, right? Look at this fucking guy. You've got to
I love you, Georgie, man. Read that thing, man. I can't take credit for that those beautiful words, man. But they bring tears to my eyes, man.
You can't take credit?
No, I can't. Because it was written for you. I expressed how I felt and what you were doing. And she wrote it. She put
Rebecca?
No.
Who?
Someone in the mall who did it here for me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Read that thing. Read it out loud, bro.
A young man with great courage and enthusiasm is found, walking across Ontario, and the miles are winding down. One day he was given another chance to live because someone had the kindness and decided to give. Many people are dying because organs and tissue can't be found, so George is determined to see if there's any givers around. Step by step he walks through lightning, sleet, and rain. As the hot sun beats down on him, he thinks of others' pain. George knew the feeling of despair when he played the waiting game, wondering each day if a donation finally came. So thankful to those who gave him the gift of life one day. He walks the many miles to get a message out of his way. When your time on earth is over and you're in the Savior's care, you won't need those tissues and organs when you are with him there. So why not give your best to those whose time is not yet come, to live a better life and see another rising and setting sun? You are a person, George, who knows the true meaning of a rare gift that so few know, a special thing called love. 1,000 kilometers and you're halfway there, with a triumphant voice proclaiming to all those here, please decide to make the choice to help your fellow man by one day leaving behind an organ or tissue to help the suffering of mankind. Holy fuck, that's beautiful, Joe.
No problem, George.
You know what? You outdid yourself here, and just an incredible.
I love you, man. You brought me on this journey, man, and that's how I told her. It's beautiful. It's the road. Let me film that
Ma,
thing.
who is this lady?
Ma, you're gonna come and meet her, because I want you to meet this lady, man. God sent her, man.
She wrote the poem?
She wrote it.
You gave her all
I said, listen, this is how I feel about my friend. This is what he's doing. This is what we've been through. This is some of the stuff he's done. And this is what his mission is. And she put it all together, man. I picked out the picture and everything.
Inside here, right?
Yeah, because I love you, man.
Oh, this is fucking too much, man.
Okay.
It's okay. This is heavy. This is like a...
That's your 1,000-mile plaque for walking 1,000 kilometers, brother. And she wrote a little something on the back. Read it out.
George, you are a special rose in a garden of I don't know what it says there. My prayers are with you. D.P. Jerome.
That's who wrote that, man. That's beautiful,
That's
man.
beautiful. I can't even...
Ma, you know, I come do things. I always think of people, you know, and I thought of, you know, it's your 1,000-kilometer milestone. And I walked by there and I wanted to get like footprints. And then she goes, you know what? I can write a poem right here on the spot.
Oh, this might fucking become famous, man.
I know. I told her I'm gonna put it on the documentary. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
George Marcello waited years for a donor before his life-saving transplant in 1995. This year, he walked across Ontario to increase awareness of organ donation. In response to Mr. Marcello's mission, and on behalf of the people of Ontario, Premier Harris has accepted as a Millennium Challenge the goal of doubling the organ donation rate by 2005.
Se tu vivi con i giovani, tu dovrai diventare anche giovane.
Kilometers here and there and everywhere. Why are you doing that, and what do you hope to achieve?
Well, this is it, Joe. The beginning of no, the ending of the beginning. The ending of the beginning. I'm here with my friend Steve.
No, otherwise, yeah, this is
We did a nice walk out there, eh?
Something about her was familiar. I could swear I've seen her face before. But she said, I'm sure you're mistaken. And she didn't say anything more. It took a while, but she looked in the mirror. Then she glanced at the license for my name. A smile seemed to come to her slowly. It was a sad smile, just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? I said, how are you, Sue? Through the too many miles and the too little smiles, I still remember